All right, man. Alrighty, guys. So, I want to read some comments because this is some good shit. So, Barry, what's on this? So Barry, that's got wheels on it. So Barry has reposted that same video where I, his words, threaten him, which you don't know the definition of threaten. Threaten to be me look at Dad and go, hey, I'm gonna shoot you, or me and Dad mouthing off and me going, that's a threat. Me just saying, hey, yeah, I'm packing. Me and Dad have a conversation. Yeah, I'm packing right now. That's not a threat. But, Dad, you want to take away why I found this comment?
Hey, there's that mouse. Anyway, first of all, you won't find a video where anybody in our household has ever threatened Barry or anybody else for that matter.
But
any kind of threats.
But I do want to say this. Raise your hand if you think I should go over to Ohio and file in small claims court, because he has totally slam dunk gave me a case of defamation.
It's not that cut and dry though, folks. I mean, listen.
He didn't say his opinion. He said for sure.
He definitely defamed you, but that's just one. You can defame somebody if you don't cause them any damages. I mean, you would have to show damages. Angry that Fat Electrician talks about it. What all it takes. I mean, it's more than just defamation. You'd have to show that it's damaged your reputation, which has meant that you've lost money from it. You won't. I mean, there's more to it than that. You can go sue him, but I don't know what you get.
Anyways, do you guys think we should?
I mean, we won't, but I mean,
anyways,
I won't anyway.
Barry, this is not a threat. What I'm about to say to you is 100% fact. It's probably going to fucking happen, and there's nothing you or Ryan can do about it. I'm going to read this, and then I'm going to discuss what I think 2024 is going to start to look like for good old Barry.
2025, you mean?
2025, yeah.
We're not going to be discussing too much at this point, though.
This is bad. This is a bad YouTuber that has been terrible towards us, making threats to my son and threatening to beat me up. Ready? He wants to talk about my spelling and grammar. No, showing his gun to shoot me with. Please show in that video where I threatened to shoot you.
Just show one video where we threatened you at all. Where we said we wanted to beat you up. We wanted to beat up Ryan.
This is so funny because I'm going to talk on something. Here's what's going to happen. Ryan is a 100% a straw purchaser. Nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can say about it. And get rid of the gun, Barry, because that doesn't matter.
No. And get rid of it within the past week or two. And it's just going to be...
Here's what's going to happen. I'm willing to bet state troopers start looking into you, Barry. For that, then the ATF comes and looks at you.
That's going to be for Ryan.
For Ryan.
That's fair.
For a straw purchase. He can't walk away from that one.
No. Because
15 years.
Like it or not, you can say it's Ryan's gun. He's done it and said that you and Ryan both bought it, but you can say it's Ryan's gun all you want, but he left that gun in your possession being a convicted felon. That qualifies.
So here's what's going to happen. My psychic abilities are telling me, more than likely, if enough people was to make a phone call, you're going to get arrested for a felon in possession of a firearm. 7 years per count. I have 4 separate fucking videos. And if any state troopers watch this, anyone like that, I have 4 videos. That's 4 counts of felon in possession of a firearm. Dad, how long is that?
4 videos in him.
I have 4 fucking, yep. What is that? Mandatory.
That'd be 28 years, Barry. 4 sevens.
7 years, Barry. Let me ask you a question.
Is Ryan around in any video? Any of them?
Nope.
That's fucking open shut. And you can make out some shotgun plain as day.
And
that's what I'm asking.
Yeah. And I want you to know something. Again, like the stolen lawnmower you stole from your mom and you brought home and put on YouTube, you did this to yourself, stupid.
Tried to tell you months ago.
You can say what you want about me, but you know what I've never once done? I have never once left my gun in possession of my father because it's my gun. It's my right to have that on my side. I wouldn't put my dad in jeopardy like that.
No.
You know what else, Barry, I haven't done? Straw purchased a firearm for my father. But you know who has? that great disabled boy of yours.
Let's be clear. The only threat that's ever in any threat, the only thing that's ever been like everybody can say was a threat is what we're talking about right here, but it's not a threat.
This ain't a threat.
Now it's all just whether it gets took seriously by the Ohio State Police.
And then,
it's up to the Ohio State Police at this point.
Let's discuss this, Barry. When they come in on you, how do you think that great boy is going to handle prison?
Because he's facing a lot more time than you are, right?
And then, you best hope none of you sick motherfuckers have anything on your devices.
Yeah, just let that go.
You don't
because,
think... You don't
because
think,
I don't. Yeah, just.
You don't think for one fucking second, Barry.
Listen, man. All you need to know, motherfucker, is the shotgun's the doorway. That's all you fucking.
I want you to understand something.
It's just the doorway for the police.
When this happens, if this happens, you did this, not me, not Jeff,
Mako,
not Mako,
not
my committee. You, because that big ass fucking dome you have on your head,
that's full of rocks.
It's full of fucking rocks. You just don't listen.
You can't get out of your own way.
Now, I'm gonna ask Dad a question because Dad spent some time in jail, as we've all known. Somebody like Barry, Dad, how is he gonna be in jail?
Okay, here's the difference. Okay, here's the thing. This ain't a threat. This is a promise from me to Barry and Ryan. If you go to jail for any length of time, and I know what jail you're in, I am personally going to make a pen pal in that jail or prison, and they are going to know that you are a map. That's my promise and my gift to you. Since you're a coward, won't step in the ring with me. That's my promise to you, Barry. Ryan, I don't know about Ryan. If anything else comes out of this that shows that he's kind of nasty too, I'm going to get him power where he's at and let them know. Because I'm well within my rights to do that. It's not like I'm threatening you. I mean, I'm telling you that if you ever go to jail or prison, they're going to know how you fucking feel about young girls. Okay, now there's your fucking threat. You take it as a threat or however you want. Without that, just take that away. Ryan will not be good in jail. Ryan won't be able to handle the jail scene at all. Ryan will probably, I feel bad because people like Ryan have a high rate of self-delete when it comes to being incarcerated. Because he's not going to be able to handle it. Barry will be okay as long as he checks in. But once they find out that he's a map, if they don't know he's a map, then Barry might do okay.
Now here's something else, Barry. I know for 100% certainty that one of your close family members that's died, that you've been in contact with, say who it is, had a gun cabinet and had multiple firearms. That when something happened, they were just gone. So Dad, the reason I want to discuss this is, Dad, what happens if they come in and find multiple firearms instead of just that shotgun?
If they find multiple firearms that, from what I understand, have been reported stolen, and if they come back and, because when they run a serial number on the gun, they can tell who it belongs to.
Oh, and let you dumb motherfuckers file one off.
Oh yeah, and if you file one off, that's a federal crime in itself. Anyway, let's just say that they find some guns and they come back to your dad that he bought them or whatever, that have already been reported stolen years ago when everything else was reported stolen, but really didn't do much because it didn't have serial numbers for them. Doesn't matter. Once they find the gun and run the number and it comes back registered to Joe Blow from Kokomo, and they go look and there's a theft report from that time, it's not going to be good.
Now, is that a count per firearm or would that just be all one?
Well, it depends on who's going to take it. Is Ryan going to say, I took the guns, or is Barry going to say, I took the guns? And did they really get reported stolen? I don't know. I mean, that's just what I was told.
So, Barry, you can say whatever you want, but you won't find one video where I threaten you. Where I threaten to...
Anybody.
To harm anyone.
That's anybody. You won't find one video where either one of us has ever threatened to beat anybody up, called anybody out that we're coming to kick your ass, wished violence with anybody. We make it clear, or we made it clear since the jump. We want to do this illegally. We want this handled the legal way.
But I've made a stance here. Since you can't beat me with facts to make up shit and lies and shit, I'm going to see it as my goal until somebody takes it serious to make sure you and Ryan don't have that shotgun anymore. Now, whether that means cops coming to take it, or y'all stupid enough to ditch it.
If I'm a betting man, if he hasn't already ditched it, he'll ditch it now. Barry, don't do that. If you ditch that shotgun from 2 weeks ago, if they can prove you sold it 2 weeks ago that I know, and especially from now on, if like you tomorrow you was to sell that shotgun, don't do it, Barry.
It's
I'm
destroying
warning
evidence.
you. You're just gonna make things worse.
Because Barry, you think you're smart.
Yeah.
You think you're smart. Do you think the fast thieves don't know who that old man is?
Right.
Then the cops are gonna go talk.
Listen, asshole, you have a video showing the man you bought it from giving his name. You're a genius, brother.
The cops will go there. That old man's gonna know because Ryan knows nothing about it.
They have a vendors list. The fast thieves are gonna have a vendors list.
That old man's gonna be like, yes, because Barry, or he doesn't. You know well as I do that your DNA is on that shotgun.
Yeah, well, let's just say the old man ain't dead. The guy's still alive. You don't think he's gonna say, yeah, Barry picked that gun up, was looking at it, holding it. That's all it takes, Barry. It don't matter if you can hand him, if you ever touch that firearm.
Listen,
as walking out the door,
or moving in to grab a sword to walk outside because your neighbor's at 4 a.m.
You walking over to that table and giving that guy's name last night was beautiful. Or in that video we reviewed last night was beautiful. And you can delete the video. We got it, and they got it too. Like I said, all this is up to. At this point, it would all be considered up to the state police. If the state police was looking into it, this all would be up to them.
Yeah, let's put it. If
it's all up to them what happens from here on out.
Your big ass mouth, that big fucking mouth, and them rocks in your head, has put Ryan in debt, has having a chance on catching a big boy felony,
and a federal crime at that, not just a felony. Him having guns around you.
You've destroyed every fucking relationship he's ever had in his life.
I mean, listen, here, let me back up. Here's what you've done to your son, Barry. From jump, you abandoned him with his grandparents, which is the best thing you could have done for him, to be honest with him, because he'd be real fucked up. You raised him. But you abandoned him. That's the first thing you did. So his whole life, he's wanted nothing but your love. Think about it. When you see him go out and work on cars or anything by himself, he don't, because he only got into cars to try to bomb with daddy, because that's all he's ever wanted. So first of all, you abandoned him. You abandoned your child, let your mom raise him. Then when he became an adult, you tried to destroy his relationship with his uncles and aunts, who was around him more than you growing up, spent more time with him than you. You bankrupted him. You've made sure he's 40-some years old and don't have a woman because of his last girlfriend. You kept telling him how much of a whore she was and everything else, Barry. How do you think I know that? She's marrying another dude. How do I know that? I already married her. So I know for a fact what you did with his relationships he's been in. So you abandoned your child, you've bankrupted your child, you've made sure that your child is alone so that he could take care of your ass and pay your fucking bills. You don't care about him. And depending on how things go over the next month, weeks, whatever, you might have sent him to prison. That's what you have done, Barry Beamer, to your child. Those are facts, bud. Facts.
And all this.
Oh, I forgot. You took a YouTube channel that he started and fucking destroyed it, ran it in the ground. You can say what you want, dude, but we don't have a problem with any other YouTubers, dude. We are welcome.
That's been proven.
We are welcome at any event we want to go to because we don't cause trouble. We don't want no trouble. If you have a problem with us, walk by us, man. Leave us alone. We don't want trouble with you. Peace, man. Unless you want to put your hands on one of us, just leave us alone. So
you can play the victim now all you want,
right,
but you're only playing the victim because you know the shit storm that's coming.
Facts. You said it last night in your video, and that was yesterday when you filmed it, or whenever. You said, you tried to do this to me, so I'm doing it to you, talking about also threatening you. How do you think that's going to look to the cops?
And specify what threatening was. Because he's going to take it and say, well, see, he threatened me in the video.
He says the whole video was a threat to him. That me and you having a conversation about you concealing carrying is a threat to him. You haven't threatened him. None of that matters, Ross. You're overthinking it. You said you tried to fucking get me in trouble for guns, so now I'm going to get you in trouble for guns. That's what you say in that video.
You know the difference, Barry? Unlike you, in 1992, way before I was born, I never fucked up my life and made it where I couldn't have any. You know why? Because I have a fucking brain. I knew this. Growing up, I wanted to build hot rods and cool cars. and I want them guns. Now, if kids came down that road, women came down, that was fine. But those are two things that I wanted in life. You didn't have that thinking. You thought, I'm going to go get my dick wet. And how'd that work out for you? And then I bet you wish you go back to fucking a year and a half ago when this shit all started, and I bet you fucking would have got on your knees and sucked my dick if you knew the shitstorm that had started coming your way afterwards.
But hey, let's not fucking do this. Listen, we have done nothing to you, Barry. Mock Owning has done nothing to you, Barry.
Because if we want to get somebody for terroristic threats, the half a dozen videos I have of you threatening me and Jeff repeatedly, go ahead. If detectives, if you're watching this, I'll send you all the videos I have on everything from where he fucking has a heavy disdain for police officers.
You done this to yourself, bud. Everything that's happened to you, you've done yourself. We didn't make them words come out of your mouth. We didn't make you say that shit to them young girls. We didn't make you say that you can't even use the argument now where they're 18. You can't even use the argument anymore, Barry, because you have a video saying that you see anybody 25 and under as a kid. Again, Barry, I didn't do that to you. You did that. Everything that's happening right now, and it's happened over the last year, and that's happening in your future, you did this to Barry. Take the responsibility for it. Quit blaming everybody else. We haven't done anything to you. We have a right to review your videos and point you out.
I also want to make you another promise. If you get picked up, you and him, there's something called the Freedom of Information Act.
Yes.
I will have the body cam, and you bet your fucking ass I'm going to show it on here.
Yep, it's going to be on YouTube as a review, as a final review to
the end of the fucking shitstorm. The fucking stain on society, the stain on YouTube of Barry fucking S. Beamer.
Again, and we're not doing that to you, Barry. You did that to you. You chose to make the decisions that led you down that path.
Nobody made you show your fucking gun, that shotgun. Nobody made you get on there and say, hey, me and my boy bought said shotgun. You did that.
Listen, he didn't show that shotgun on purpose, dude. The day that he's out there with Bonesy and shit, he makes sure he don't touch that gun. He knows he has to shoot that gun. The day they're out there with Bonesy, he picks up a Red Ryder BB gun. Ryan grabs a shotgun. He didn't give it, that's what I mean, he ain't got no brains. He didn't give it any thought about it leaning up against the door when he's walking by it 5 fucking times. In videos. Video after video of that shotgun in the corner in his front fucking room or front porch, and him walking by it. Without Ryan even being home. In some of them videos, you say Ryan's at work. So you mean to tell me Ryan's at work and that shotgun's out in the open?
And per federal law, by law, even if you have a glass gun cabinet, that's not a gun safe.
That's not going to do it.
That won't do it. It has to be a gun safe with a lock and the key that only Ryan knows where it is.
Right. Just so you fucking know, man, even if Ryan's home, let's say Ryan's home and he's in his bedroom and that shotgun's in the front room, it's still the same thing. Same crime, dude. You know you're not supposed to be around it. Ryan knows you're a felon and shouldn't be around it.
I think what'll add to it though is if they go talk to his buddy, because his buddy he renounced from, and a girl he shot a hole with a 12-gauge shotgun through the wall, and the man still knows about it. So if he gets busted, there's more evidence that he's had a shotgun, that he's had guns.
I mean, if anybody has talked to the detectives, if there is a case, anything going on.
Oh, I'm not saying if there is.
The video last night that we reviewed, he shows the guy he bought the firearm from. The guy has a booth.
And I have all the videos.
It's all in the video.
I would be happy to share them.
They could let the detectives know, look, here's him admitting that he bought the gun, catches himself, says, well, Ryan paid for it, whatever. But that's the man that sold him the firearm. That sold Ryan the firearm.
But he'll be able to
So they could go talk to this man and see if Barry ever touched the firearm.
He'll be able to say if Barry did this.
Right. That's my point. He won't be able to get out of it, especially if they have a witness saying that Barry has a shotgun in his hand. If they have an eyewitness saying Barry held that shotgun for even 1 second, if he put his finger on it, him walking over that table last night's enough to question the way he did it.
Hang on. Before this, even if you walked over and said, yeah, son, that's the one, you pointed to it, that's a nail in your coffin. By law, you're not supposed to be by a table like that with guns laid out within, I'm going to say, 3 or 4 feet.
Especially telling Ryan to stay behind while you went over there. In that video, you tell Ryan, stay here, but son, I'll be back in a minute. And you walk over to that booth
I'm going to go over
by
to
yourself. by yourself.
So
And fuck with them guns by yourself, Barry.
take that as you will. I'm not going to go into any more detail because I have a lot more dirt than that, but I'm just going to leave it at that.
Man, you don't know. Nobody knows what's going to happen. It's if anything's going to happen. I mean, it's all up to whoever and whatever. I mean, no, listen. I feel in my heart of hearts as Barry Beamer, he's going to escape. He's going to escape.
And then
I'm calling it. He's going to escape. Something's not going to go right, and Barry's going to get off. Because that's how Barry's left his whole life, dude.
hang on.
That's why Barry's still a free man.
And then I want to point something else out. Do you understand how you look after last night's video, threatening by this time tonight I would be in bracelets?
Just more hollow fucking bullshit from him.
You took what? This much of the fucking credibility you had, this much, and went, Barry, because you are so fucking stupid. Like, Dad, you've been around people like the Barry field. Have you ever met anybody that stupid?
Let's clear this shit up. Once I found out somebody like Barry in my life, I distanced myself from him and got away from him. I never hung out with
Well, I'm talking
like
about you met knuckleheads like that. Are they always that fucking stupid?
Yeah,
To just commit a fucking felony on camera.
Here's because he didn't think about committing a felony. Listen, let's be clear. Barry intentionally has not committed a felony on camera. He wasn't thinking about when he walked up that table that could be construed as committing a felony. When he walked up to that table at that swap meet, he wasn't thinking about that. But he made sure he didn't touch that shotgun when they was fucking with Bonesy, right? But he never gave it one thought about that shotgun being left in that house unlocked with Ryan gone and him having access to it. He never. The problem with people like Barry, Rich, people like them is they always think they're smarter than every fucking body else. They think they can out-talk the situation from everybody else. And they have coward blood in them, dude. Because you won't hear him talk about beating somebody up one-on-one or coming after somebody one-on-one. Even when he's threatened me and Austin, when he's going to come to Indy, remember him and Super Sam? It was him and Super Sam coming. If Barry wasn't saying, I'm going to come and take care of business, he's like, Super Sam, we're going to go up there and we'll fuck him up. And Super Sam, what was Super Sam supposed to say in that video? Why do you think, I feel like that's why Super Sam probably don't want to be in no more videos with him, because Barry put him on the spot. What was he supposed to say? I mean, they're cowards, man.
One more thing before I close this out that I want to ask you. Do you think in your head, when Barry told Ryan to buy that shotgun that day, do you think that he ever thought it would come to something like this?
Listen,
where he could take a chance on taking a long ride?
I don't know if Barry told Ryan to buy a shotgun or not. I believe that there might not be tonight, and maybe, but I believe until 2 months ago, there was probably several firearms in that house. Probably several. I don't buy for 1 minute a guy Barry's age, the way Barry is, throughout the years, hasn't collected a bunch of long arms. Second hand. I don't believe it for 1 second. And I believe what the man told me, or told Austin, that I seen and heard. I believe that they inherited a bunch of firearms. They didn't inherit them, they stole them from the estate. But they was reported stolen, but there was no serial numbers to report. You know what I mean? They didn't have a serial number. So, but firearms that would belong to that man that's registered in his name, if they're found today, how many years ago has that been? Anybody
2019, 2018?
Yeah, I mean, the statute of limitations guaranteed ain't right now, because it's probably at least 7 years. I mean.
Now, one more thing, I like asking Dad these questions. Does that aggravate the crime?
A stolen firearm?
A stolen firearm with the rest of the shit.
Listen, a stolen firearm would be the least of Barry's problem. That's the least of Barry's problems.
Okay, a couple more things.
It would be, if anything happened. Listen, man, there's probably nothing going to happen, folks. This is probably all for nothing, man.
So because it'll be the ATF and the Ohio State Troopers. By the way, if you would like to call and let them know, his name is Barry S. Beamer, Claremont, Ohio. The number for the State Troopers office, tell them there's a convicted felon with a firearm and his son straw purchased it.
I mean.
So here's my question to you. Because it'll be the Ohio State Troopers, right, to go after Barry. Their division or whatever. Now, the ATF is going to want Ryan. So will they go in together, you think, or do you think they'll go in as one?
The police, they would go in as one. It's one deal. But listen, man, you asked me a minute ago about coming up with people. Listen, there's one thing I noticed about people like Barry Beamer and people like Rich. Good people die young. Bad things happen to good people. But people like Rich, people like Barry, for some reason, man, I don't know if they cut a deal with the devil. I don't know what it is, but they skate. They do these horrible, bad fucking things, dude. And they skate. They live forever. I mean, Rich seems like Rich will probably live to be 90 fucking years old and be out here fucking using people.
You know why that is, right?
I mean, and I'm saying, anybody my age that's even been around the block a little bit will agree with what I'm saying right here. I mean, watch, he'll skate on this somehow. Some fucking how. Hit that shotgun leaning up against that door and him being right next to it, he'll skate on that shit. I wouldn't.
Now
I go out of my way to make sure I ain't never around the fire.
Oh, by the way, I want to let Barry know this. This is coming your way for 100% certainty. I am going to put up the Ohio Health Department. I'm going to screen record where you say your cats go inside and shit and piss on your front porch.
Dude, all you gotta do is show him the fucking video of the front porch in his house. I mean, he's literally out there talking about how he has to put bags on bikes on the seats of them fucking doodle bugs for the cats don't shit on them. He talks about how his porch is falling stuff. Listen, Barry's gonna get on here and say, nothing they can do, there's no code enforcement. Listen, you moron, you're right. There's something worse than code enforcement. Code enforcement comes right to your ticket until you clean it up. The Board of Health can shut your shit the fuck down instantly. Boom, tag on the door, you got 5 minutes to vacate.
Now, here's my last question. Because I want to go inside. Here's my question to you. They all run up in there. They get Barry, they get Ryan. Now, in the process, they fall through that fucking porch. Bunch of them. Who takes the charge? Barry or Ryan?
They might charge them both, but listen, man. If the cops are coming to get you, and they get hurt in the process of doing their duties, you're getting charged with them getting hurt. If you run from the cops and they get hurt, you're gonna get charged with it. Plain and simple. Because they look at it like the cop wouldn't have been in that situation if he was doing what you're supposed to be doing. So because of your actions, that police officer got hurt, and as it should be.
And is that a felony or a misdemeanor?
I don't know. I have no idea what it'd be in Ohio. It depends on the situation. It depends on what they charge him with. I mean, depends on how bad the cops hurt. I mean,
here's my final thoughts on this whole situation, you guys. For one, don't let your ego and your little man complex overload your brain, because then you end up like Barry.
We don't fuck with anybody like that. I mean,
for two, don't. If you're a convicted felon, do not go buy a firearm. Nowadays with this Obama law, you can have your fucking felonies removed. And even before that, hey, you played the game, you lost them. So what? Get over it.
It's $250 a felony is what it was about a year ago.
Because here's the facts, and this is how I truly fucking believe. There's good felons, there's bad felons. There's felons that get out, change their life, and do better. There are felons that fuck up and continue to fuck up, and they're hot-headed. Barry. People like Barry should not have guns.
Oh, let's be clear. Listen, I'm working on getting my felony stuck on my record. It's just money right now. If I had the money, it'd already be filed. Even when my felonies are gone, I wouldn't carry a firearm. Even when I was younger, I wouldn't carry a firearm.
But my point is,
even if I could legally, I wouldn't do it because especially when I was young, I'm a hothead.
People like Barry.
No business with a firearm.
People like Barry would
have one at home or whatever, but
people like Barry will have no problem getting mad and putting somebody in the dirt over a simple driving incident, for instance. Facts. He has threatened everybody in the community, everybody, Matthew, everybody, fucking thousands of times. I had to stop fucking screen recording shit because it just kept going, kept going.
If anybody you used to play PlayStation with, and you can stay anonymous, man, with the most part, but I promise he has threatened our lives numerous times to dead and people like that. I promise he has. Like talked about how he'd like to come cut us up and shit. I promise.
And with that being said, do you hear me on here whining about it? Because you're just some fucking loser asshole. That's all this.
And if you're not, and you do, then so be it. That's what God had in store for us. I mean.
So, as always, I love you guys. See you guys in the next one. As always, much love. Dad, any words for the maybe shitstorm that might be coming very soon?
Man, fuck him. But nobody gets your hopes up. Because, again, people like Barry and Rich somehow have 22 lives, man. I mean, they pull shit and they get away with it, or they catch felonies that they don't go to prison, man. I know. Dude, listen, man. I have a family member, man, or a brother-in-law. He ran from the cops in a car. He ran from the cops in a car, flipped the truck.
A U-Haul.
In a U-Haul truck, but it's a regular pickup truck. But there's more to the story. I mean, but nothing too bad. You know what I'm saying? He never really been in prison or nothing. Never really been in a lot of trouble. He got fucking. He got 10 years, man. The man did fucking 6 or 7. Basically, he got a year less than the max. He signed that shit. He signed his life away for that time. On the other side, I have a friend whose granddaughter shot somebody in the back. Went to the truck of her car, got her gun, went back up to his door, bow, shot him in the back. Didn't do a day in prison. And this happened around the same time. My point with that is, and I'm not saying I wanted her to go to prison. I'm not saying nothing bad about her at all. I mean, good for her. My point is, people like Barry skate.
But
some people just skate while other people suffer.
But knowing that, and knowing that potentially there's a cop that has a hard-on for him that handled a situation earlier in his life, you really think he would still skate?
I mean, if there's something they feel they can do, they'll do it. But they're not going to, and you can't be mad at them. They're not going to waste their time, take a chance on getting hurt to go up there for nothing. They're not. If they don't think they can convict him, and it's not the cop's fault, man. You got to understand, they have rules, they have things they have to follow. There's so many criteria that have to be met to get a warrant. There's so many things they have to convince a judge that there's cause for a warrant. And to get a no-knock warrant or something like that takes even more cause. You have to show that he's a major threat.
In time.
I mean, like I said, man. I mean, and the guy, and Baby King, you know what I'm talking about? He just got out, man. He just now he got out 3 months early of that 6 years due to overcrowding on a bracelet. He's just now off the bracelet today or yesterday. You know, I mean, I haven't seen him, but I mean, real talk, man. People like Barry and them, some people skate. Some people just every time it's like they got an angel on their shoulder that just pushes them through. And then other people suffer, man. It's not fair, but life's not fair. It is what it is.
I think knowing the situation that there's a really good chance.
By all rights, Barry should be arrested. And when they arrest him, for if nothing else, Barry should be arrested for all the threats he's made. Not just against us. Think about all of Mr. Obviouses. Threatening these people. These people would say shit like, hey man, that one comment, it stuck with me. It's along the lines of, hey, that can be a nice car one day. It's a project, a work in progress. Barry goes out there and does a Mr. Obvious on him, talking about how he would curb stomp him, how he's going to kill his dog and everything else.
I have a file on my gaming laptop, dude, that's just titled Barry's Threats. There is almost a fucking, either a half a dozen or a dozen. I lost count. I had to stop fucking, like, screen recording them and shit.
By all rights, if life is fair, Barry's ass will get arrested.
There's one dude.
Nothing else, just for his intimidation, just for his fucking terroristic threats and his bullshit.
There's one that I found where he threatens that you wouldn't come here because I would end you and type of shit.
Right.
Like to somebody that said some stupid. It's like from fucking 3 or 4 years ago.
I mean, Barry is threatening more people. I mean, as far as Ryan goes, I feel sorry for Ryan. I'm sorry, guys, but I do. I feel bad for him because Austin's mom would have made, dude. She wouldn't have wanted that back kid. She had a special spot for kids like him.
You mean disabled kids?
I mean, I feel bad for him because if anything comes to this, Ryan, I promise you, didn't do nothing.
I would feel
out of malice. It's not. I'm telling you, it's Barry.
I would feel sorry for him, but when he constantly runs his fucking jibs, then it's about time he gets brought into it. And I don't feel sorry for him at all.
No, I mean it is what it is. I'm just saying.
And if he wanted to be left out of this, he should have just kept his mouth shut.
I mean, it's his dad. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it just. But anyway, I wouldn't get my hopes up. If I'm watching this and you hear my voice, just figure this is going to continue until somebody. What's going to happen is the cops are going to do what they can do, but they're probably not going to do much. Which I would love to be wrong about this. I mean, I'll dance on camera if I'm wrong about this.
We'll have a cookout. We're going to invite everybody over.
But what's going to happen is probably not much out of this. It's going to take somebody bigger to pick up on Barry and Ricks with that racist shit.
And it's getting there.
With the map shit. It's somebody like JD DeLay, somebody who can get the word out there. And once 20,000 people will see Barry, then Barry's world gets a lot smaller, folks. That's the whole point. With the more exposure that they get, their real world gets smaller. Who gives a fuck about the internet and all that shit? What matters is when the real world gets smaller.
See you, mother lovers, in the next one. I got a video coming. I just gotta edit it up. See you guys on the next one.
You know, this is what a clean garage looks like, Barry.